Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the previous class, we discussed about financial markets, that what is financial market. Then we discussed about direct financing and indirect financing. Then we discussed about financial asset transformation, debt and equity market, primary market and secondary market, exchanges and over-the-counter market, money and capital market, and then we discussed about financial intermediaries. Then we were discussing about functions of financial intermediaries, that what are the functions of financial intermediaries. First function we discussed that indirect finance, they facilitate borrowing and lending. Then the second one is lower transaction cost, and we are going to discuss it here with the help of an example. Suppose you saved $3,000 and you want to invest it in stocks. You have $3,000 and you want to invest it in stocks. Now, stock broker tells you that your size of investment is very low. $3,000 is nothing, it's a small amount. And amount of commission will be too high as compared to what your investment is. As compared to your investment, your amount of commission, it will be high. So here, the amount of commission will be high if you will purchase stocks, shares. This cost will be too high if you are going to diversify risk by purchasing stock of different companies. Now here is another problem. If you will purchase stocks for $3,000, the amount of commission, it will be high. Because whenever you will purchase stocks, you will pay commission to brokers. So the amount of commission, it will be very high. But if you are purchasing shares, if you have amount of $100,000, so amount of commission, it will also be not more than this amount. Very small amount will be higher. We are not talking about this now. We are talking about this. Now, okay, you are purchasing and you are paying the commission. Suppose $500 is the commission. You paid the commission. Now, if you paid the commission, $2,500, it is left with you. Now for $2,500, you want to invest it in portfolio. But for investing in portfolio, this $2,500, it is very small amount. It is not a big amount. So you will either purchase shares of one company, mostly, so you can purchase shares of two companies. But if you have $100,000, you can make a good portfolio. Here, you can purchase shares of one company or two companies. So your portfolio, it will not be strong portfolio. But if you have $1 lakh, so you can invest it in portfolio. So $1 lakh, small investors, they don't have $1 lakh. Small investors, they have amount of only like this amount, 2,500, 3,000, 4,000, like this. So this is a problem. This cost will be too high if you are going to diversify risk by purchasing stock of different companies. Now, if you will purchase stocks of different companies, one company, two companies, or suppose you are purchasing stocks of three companies. So you will pay commission here, you will pay commission here, and you will pay commission here. So your commission, it will be too much high. So this is another problem. Now, if you want to purchase treasury bill, so your broker will tell you, sorry, because the minimum denomination is $10,000. Now suppose for $3,000 you want to purchase treasury bills, but the broker is telling you that the minimum amount of treasury bill, it is $10,000. So you can't purchase again. Now, if you want to give a loan to your friend, then you are contacting your liar. Because if you are giving loan to someone, so you will write a loan contract. For loan contract is must. So you will write a loan contract. So you are contacting your liar, and the liar tells you that to draw up the contract, my fee will be $1,500. $3,000 is your total amount, and out of this, if you will pay $1,500 as a fee, so that is not a good contract. So what will happen? What will we do? Now, financial intermediaries, what are they doing? One person, two persons, three persons, four persons, five persons, six persons, seven persons, thousands of people who have small investments, $1,000, $2,000, $500, $800, $4,000, $3,000. So people who have small amounts in their savings, this financial intermediary they are issuing shares of small denomination to these people. When the funds are coming to them, suppose they collected $1 lakh. On this amount, they are purchasing bonds and shares of different companies. Because they will purchase in bulk, so their transaction cost will be what? It will be low. For loan contract, what they did? They hired a liar. These financial institutions, they are hiring a liar. They have professional teams. So in professional team, there will be a liar. And they are paying what? A monthly fee. Suppose they are paying him $2,000 monthly. So transaction cost, if this company is writing one contract, if this company is writing thousands contract, the liar will get only $2,000, not more than that. For one contract, previously, the liar was taking $1,500. But now, we hired this person permanently. So we will pay $2,000. If he is writing one contract or if he is writing 10,000 contracts, he will just get $2,000. So transaction cost will be what? Will be reduced. The next advantage is economies of scale. One solution to the problem of high transaction cost is to bundle the funds of many investors together so that they can take advantage of economies of scale. The reduction in cost, in transaction cost per dollar of investment as the size of transaction increases. Economies of scale mean if the size of transaction increases, the cost will come down. Just like I told you here, if there are thousands of people, you're taking money from them and then you are investing here. So thousands of people, individually their transaction cost will be high. But if the money is coming together and this financial institution is making a transaction, so their cost will be what? Will be low. Bundling investors' fund together reduces transaction cost for each individual investors. Economies of scale exist because the total cost of carrying out a transaction in financial market increases only a little as the size of the transaction grows. Here is an example. For example, the cost of arranging a purchase of 10,000 shares of stock is not much greater than the cost of arranging a purchase of 50 shares. If you are arranging a purchase of 50 shares, your transaction cost will be, suppose your transaction cost for purchasing 50 shares is $500 and purchasing 10,000 shares, the transaction cost is 530. For 50 shares, it is 500, and for 10,000 shares, it is 530. So you are getting economies of scale here. Your transaction cost, if you are purchasing more and more shares, your transaction cost is decreasing. So this is called economies of scale. The next advantage of financial intermediary, or the next function of financial intermediary, is expertise. These individuals, they have just saving, they are not experts. But when they are giving their money to financial intermediary, this financial intermediary, they have a professional team. I'm writing shortly. So they have a professional team. In this professional team, they have portfolio managers, they have risk analysts, they have finance managers, they have accounts managers. So they have a professional team, a complete professional team. So because of this, they got expertise. They are experts in investment. But these individuals, these are not experts. So financial intermediary gives you another advantage of expertise in their job, in their profession. Financial intermediaries are also better able to develop expertise to lower transaction costs. Their expertise in computer technology enables them to offer customers convenient services like being able to call a toll-free number for information. They will give you information on how well their investments are doing. They will give you knowledge about what is the performance of the investments that you made, and to write checks on their accounts. And if there is profit, so then they will write checks to your accounts. So these financial intermediaries, they got a professional team and they give you the advantage of expertise in their business. Liquidity services. Liquidity services that make it easier for customers to conduct transactions. Anytime you want to buy shares, anytime you want to sell shares, you can do this thing. So they are also giving you liquidity services. Your investment is liquid. Anytime you can buy shares, anytime you can sell shares if you are in need of money. So that is another advantage of what the financial intermediary. Asymmetric information. What is asymmetric information? A situation that arises when one party's insufficient knowledge about the other party involved in a transactions make it impossible to make accurate decisions when conducting the transaction. Take an example. Suppose there is a person, A. This is a company who needs finance, who needs money. So this man, this company, they are contacting this man who is a wealthy individual that we need loan. Okay, he is giving loan to them. But this man is unaware of this thing, that what will this company do with this amount. Now in this transaction, one party have more information than the other party. The company, the management of company, they have more information. Then this individual have less information. So the situation in which one party have more information and the other party have less information, this is called information asymmetry. The situation in which one party in the transaction have more information and the other party in the transaction have less information, this situation is called information asymmetry. Is an important aspect of financial markets. For example, managers of a corporation know whether they are honest or have better information about how well their business is doing than the stockholders. They give you another example. This is management, board of directors, and these are shareholders or stockholders. So these stockholders, they have less information. These shareholders, they have less information as compared to this management. The management know well that how their business is going, how well their business is going. But these shareholders, they know nothing about the internal affairs of the company. So this situation is called information asymmetry. in which one party has more information and the other party has less information. This situation is called asymmetric information or information asymmetry. Take another example. There is your friend. He's coming to you. This is you. And he's telling you that I need 3 lakh Afghanis. Now, you know nothing. What will your friend do on this money? Maybe he is a gambler. Maybe he will start business. Maybe he needs money for the education of his son, whatever that is, but you don't know that what will he do with this 3 lakh Afghanis. So this situation in which one party has more information than the other party, this is called information asymmetry. So there is another concept that is called adverse selection. From the name it is clear. Adverse, bad selection. What is adverse selection? This is information asymmetry problem. Suppose there are different companies in the market. These are different companies. In these, there are companies like this company, this company, this company, this company, and this company. When they are taking loans, they are investing them in risky projects. And they know when we will take loan, we are not going to return this loan. We are not going to return this loan. There are good companies. This company, this company. These two are good companies, and this company. 1, 2, okay, make it 3. So there are these 3 companies who are good companies, and they will return the money. But because of this problem that you don't know who is good, who is bad, you're not giving loan to someone. You don't know if I will give loan, he will return this loan to me or not. There is a risk that if you will give loan to someone, whether he will return that loan to you or not. These companies, they are investing money in risky projects. So they know that they will not return that money to you. They are offering you high interest rates. Because they know that we will not return this money. So here is an asymmetric information problem that occurs before the transaction. Before giving loans, you don't know whether the borrower will return the money to me or not. There is possibility that you will give loan to these bad parties and they will not return that money to you. Or you will give loans to these good parties who will return your money to you. So there is chance, there is probability. Maybe the money will go to bad hands and they will not return that money to you. So this situation is called adverse selection, in which you don't know whether the money is going into the hands of good creditors or bad creditors. Potential bad credit risks are the ones who most actively seek out loans. Bad credit risks means those people who will not return the money, who will not return the loans. Thus, the parties who are the most likely to produce an undesirable outcomes are the ones most likely to want to engage in a transaction. Now, these bad credit risks, they want to engage in a transaction by offering high interest rates to the lenders. For example, a big risk takers are outright crooks who are high risk takers, might be the most eager to take out a loan because they know that they are unlikely to pay it back. Because we are risk takers, if we lose the money, we will not return the money. Because adverse selection increases the chance that a loan might be made to a bad credit risk, lenders might decide not to make any loans, even though there are good credit risks in the marketplace. So what are lenders doing? That there are mostly bad credit risk, bad companies who will not return our money. There are good companies, this good company, this good company, and this good company. There are good companies, but more companies, they are bad companies. So there is possibility that they will not return the money. So nobody is giving loan. This situation is called adverse selection. Selection between good and bad. Who is good, who is bad, you don't know. And because of this, you are not giving loan, not to give loan. This situation is called adverse selection. Adverse selection is a situation in which the lenders of funds, they don't know who is good credit risk and who is bad credit risk. Who is a good company, he will return my money as well as the interest. And who is a bad company, who will not return my money. So he can't differentiate between good and bad. So because of this reason, he is making a choice not to give loan. He is making a decision not to give loan to any one of these companies. So this situation is called adverse selection. The situation in which the lenders cannot make a decision to give loan to a good party or bad party. So this situation is called adverse selection. There are good parties also available, but he can't make decision whether he is a good party or he is not a good party. So because of this, he is not giving loan because he is unable to make a decision about this, that who is a good party and who is a bad. Situation is called adverse selection. In the next class, then we will talk about this moral hazard. There are a lot of things in this, so we will discuss it in the next class, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.